Welcome to Ananth Science Academy. In this video, let us discuss some case-based questions from the chapter Our Environment. In this type of questions, a situation will be described related to the topics given in the chapter, and based on which few questions will be asked. Let's discuss how to answer these questions. Here is the first question. Monica was observing a lizard on the wall, which chased an insect and ate it. She felt that lizard was cruel and ugly. Suddenly, the lizard fell and was eaten by a cat. She started thinking how organisms are connected to each other for their food. This is the situation or case given here, based on which we have 4 questions. Question A. What is a food chain? Will the world be a better place without lizards? Question B. Make a food chain of 5 organisms. Question C. Do you think lizard is cruel and ugly? Question D. To which trophic level does the lizard belong? Let's see the answer. In the first question, there are 2 subdivisions. 2 questions are there. What is a food chain? Food chain is a sequence of who eats whom in an ecosystem. Another question is there. Will the world be a better place without lizards? No. Lizards are a part of many food chains. Without them, these food chains will be disrupted. Answer for this question B. Grass, which is a producer, or we can call it as an autotroph, which is in the first trophic level. And in the second trophic level, grasshopper. The grasshopper eats the grass. And the grasshopper is eaten by a frog, which is in the third trophic level. And next comes snake. Snake is in the fourth trophic level that eats frog. And this snake is eaten by a peacock, which is in the fifth trophic level. So, like this we can construct any other food chain also with 5 organisms. The next question. Do you think lizard is cruel and ugly? No. It is only obtaining food for its survival like all other organisms. Question D. To which trophic level does the lizard belong? In a food chain, the lizard belongs to third trophic level or the secondary consumer level. Here is the second question. Larger animals kill the smaller animals in the forest. Eat whatever they can. Leave the rest in the forest. But the forest is never found full of dead animals. What happens to the bodies of these dead animals? Here is the answer. Many bacteria and fungi are present in the soil as well as in the atmosphere. They have enzymes to break down complex organic substances to simple and smaller ones. They decompose the dead animals and plants and return the nutrients back to the soil as humus. Government of India is imposing ban on the use of polythene bags for shopping. List out 4 advantages of using cloth or jute bag over polythene bags. Here are the advantages of using cloth or jute bag over polythene bags. It is biodegradable. It does not add to the garbage and land pollution. Made from renewable resources. Does not block the flow of water in the drains. Can be washed and reused many times. Question number 4. We often observe domestic waste decomposing in the bylanes of residential colonies. Suggest ways to make people realize that the improper disposal of waste is harmful to the environment. The answer is provide separate dustbins, green for degradable waste and blue for non-degradable and recyclable waste at public places. Residential Welfare Association should insist on segregation of household waste before their disposal to outside. Awareness campaigns like Swachh Bharat to disseminate the knowledge about consequences of improper disposal of waste can be conducted. Awareness can also be created among public through street play, folk dance, or through any other art form. The next question. Students in a school listened to the news read in the morning assembly that the mountain of garbage in Delhi suddenly exploded and various vehicles got buried under it. Several people were also injured and there was traffic jam all around. In the brainstorming session, the teacher also discussed this issue and asked students to find out a solution to the problem of garbage. Finally, they arrived at two main points. One is self management of the garbage we produce, and the second is to generate less garbage at individual level. Question A. Suggest two measures to manage the garbage we produce. Here is the answer to this question. Segregation and safe disposal. Encouraging use of recycled paper, recycled plastic and glass items. The next question B is, as an individual, what can we do to generate the least garbage? Give 2 points. The answer, following the strategy of 3 R's. First one, reducing the use of packing, buying only whatever is required, taking small servings at a time. The next is reusing boxes, bottles, cans, old cloths, etc. The third one is recycling of paper, glass, metals and other recyclable materials. Here is the next question. You have been selected to talk on ozone layer and its protection in the school assembly in Environment Day. Question A. Why should ozone layer be protected to save the environment? Question B. List any 2 ways you will stress in your talk to bring the awareness among your fellow students that would protect the ozone layer as well as the environment. Here is the answer for the first question. Why should ozone layer be protected to save the environment? Depletion of ozone layer will result in UV radiation reaching the Earth's surface, causing skin cancer, damage to eyes and immune system. Hence, it is necessary to protect ozone layer. Answer to question B. List 2 ways. First one, Alternate technology and harmless chemicals should be used in appliances where CFCs are being used, because CFCs are responsible for the faster depletion of ozone layer. And second point you can write, proper maintenance of air conditioners, using public transport and bicycles, which is an eco-friendly vehicle. Here is the next question. The activities of man has adverse effect on all forms of living organisms in the biosphere. Unlimited exploitation of nature by man disturbed the delicate ecological balance between the living and non-living components of the biosphere. The unfavorable conditions created by man himself threatened the survival of not only of himself but also of the entire living organism on the mother earth. One of your classmates is an active member of the eco club of your school, which is creating environmental awareness amongst the school students, spreading the same in the society and working hard for preventing environmental degradation of the surroundings. This is the situation. Here are three questions. Question A. Why is it necessary to conserve our environment? Question B. State the importance of green and blue dustbins in the safe disposal of the household waste. Question C. List two values exhibited by your classmate who is an active member of the eco club of your school. Let's see what answers can be given to these questions. First question, why is it necessary to conserve the environment? Conservation of our environment is necessary to leave it in good condition for our future generations. Second question, the importance of green and blue dustbins. Green and blue dustbins should be used to segregate wet and dry waste so that according to their nature they can be sent for safe disposal to compost pits or biogas plant and recycling in factories. Third question, values exhibited by your classmate. Here two values are asked, so you can write these values: concern about environment, problem solving attitude, and any other relevant value can also be given as answer here. The next question. After the examination, Rakesh with his friends went on a picnic to nearby park. All friends carried cooled food packed in plastic bags or plastic cans. After eating the food, some friends collected the leftover food and plastic bags, etc., and planned to dispose them off by burning. Rakesh immediately checked them and suggested to segregate the leftover food and the peels of fruits from the plastic materials and respectively dispose them off separately in the green and blue dustbins placed in the corner of the park. This is the case. Here, there are two questions given. Question A. In your opinion, is burning plastic an eco-friendly method of waste disposal? Why? State the advantage of method suggested by Rakesh. Question B. How can we contribute in maintaining parks and roads neat and clean? If you see the first question A, there are three subdivisions, three small questions to be answered. In your opinion, is burning plastic an eco-friendly method of waste disposal? This is the first part of the question there. The answer is no. Next, it's asked why. It pollutes air. Burning of plastic pollutes air. Next question. Advantage of method suggested by Rakesh. Answer to this question is segregation of waste into biodegradable and non-degradable waste at the initial stage of disposal saves time and energy. The next question B. How can we maintain parks and roads neat and clean? By putting the waste separately in proper bins, we can maintain the parks and roads neat and clean. Here is our next question. Within the school premises, while playing, some students observed that some people are burning dry leaves. They knew that it would cause harm to the environment. They immediately went and to these people requested them to stop it. Question A. How can the above activity be changed to make it environment friendly? Question B. Students took initiative to stop the practice. What values are displayed by them in this situation? Question C. How can we spread awareness among people about being environmental friendly? Let's see the answers. Answer to the first question. Dry leaves can be put in the compost pit to make manure instead of burning. Question B. The values displayed by the students: concern for environment, scientific temperament, problem-solving attitude, or any other relevant value can be added to this question. How to spread awareness? Question C. Through posters, print and audiovisual media, awareness can be created among the public. Let's see one more question. Pesticides like DDT, which are sprayed to kill pests on crops, are found to be present in the soil, groundwater, water bodies, etc. Explain how do they reach these places. Let's see how DDT reaches soil. Pesticides are sprayed to protect plants from insects, and they consequently get settled into soil particles when used on plants. So in this way, soil is getting polluted or accumulated with this DDT. Next, let's see how groundwater is affected. Through irrigation in the fields, these pesticides present in the soil pass into lower layers of the soil and reaches the groundwater. So this DDT is getting accumulated in the groundwater also. Next, how this DDT is mixing with water bodies. When the wastewater or other agricultural waste is thrown in the water bodies like river, canals, ponds, etc., the pesticides affect the water bodies. Because of this, these chemicals are getting accumulated in the aquatic organisms, and consequently it reaches the next trophic levels. Finally, the human beings who are in the topmost level in the food chain are accumulating more and more DDT, which is harmful to us. Hope this video is helpful to approach the case-based questions with confidence. To watch more such videos, subscribe the channel Ananth Science Academy and click the bell icon for notification. All the best.